For this question, we have show that 3x minus x cubed minus 11 has a solution between x is 2 and x is 3. To do that, firstly, I'm going to bring the 11 to the side by adding 11 to both sides, which is going to give me 3x minus x cubed plus 11 is 0. And then I'm going to substitute x is 2 and then x is 3. So when x is 2, I'm going to have 3 times 2 minus 2 cubed plus 11, which is 6, take away 8 plus 11, that's 9. And then when x is 3, I'm going to have 3 times 3, take away 3 cubed plus 11, which is 9, take away 27 plus 11, and negative 7. Now notice how one of your answers is positive, one of your answers is negative, which is what you want to look for. Then you would say, since a positive answer and a negative, therefore there is a solution. There is a solution. What that actually means is, say we have the graph of, so looking at this, the highest power of x is x cubed. X cubed usually looks like this, but this is a negative x cubed, so it's going to be more like, it's going to be like this. So if I draw that over here, if I have this, what that means is, when x is 3, let's just say this is 3 and this is 2, I'm going to get minus 7, so that will be down here. And then when x is 2, I got positive 9. So this change in sign means there must be a root. So there must be a solution. So another word they could use is root. And therefore I know that my final answer is going to be 2 point something, like, I don't know, 2.45. So basically there's an answer here. Okay, the second part. Show that 3x minus x cubed is equal to a negative 11 can be rearranged to give this. Now you want to look carefully to see which x they've made the subject. So here I can immediately tell that they've made x cubed the subject because they've cube rooted. But that's not always the case. Sometimes they make this the subject. So you want to like mess about with it or just check it carefully to see what they've made, which x they've made the subject. So here I'm going to try and make this subject. So I've got 3x minus x cubed. I'm going to bring 11 over by adding 11 to both sides. And then now I'm going to make x cubed the subject. That was silly. Shouldn't have done that. That's going to be minus x cubed. I'm going to take them back to the other side. So that's going to be minus 3x minus 11. And then I'm going to multiply throughout by a negative. So x cubed is equal to 3x plus 11. Lastly, I'm going to cube root. I'm left with x is equal to the cube root of 3x plus 11, which is what they have. So I finished. Okay, part C. Starting with x0 is 3, use iteration formula xn plus 1 is equal to the cube root of 3xn plus 11 3 times to find an estimate for the solution of this. So I've got x0 is 3. I want to find x1 and x2 and x3. So they've specifically said 3 times. So here, to get x1, I need this thing here to be 1. That means to make that 1, n has to be 0. So this part here is going to be the answer for x0. So that will be 3. So I'm going to write the cube root of 3 times the answer for x0, which is 3, plus 11, and work that out. Now here, the answer button on your calculator you'll find to be very useful. So I'm going to have 3 times 3 is 9, plus 11 is 20. So I want to do the cube root of 20. That's 2.714417. Now x2, so that means this has to be 2. So to make that 2, if I have 1, this needs to be 1, so because 1 plus 1 is 2. So if xn is 1, my answer for x1 is taken from here, this answer. So that's going to be 3 into, or the cube root of 3, and then 3 into the answer for x1, 2.714417 plus 11 on the calculator. So first of all, I'm going to do this times 3. So answer times 3 plus 11 is equal to, and then I want to cube root the answer, and that will give me 2.67509111. So x3, I'm going to do the cube root of 3 times, to make this 3, n has to be 2. The answer of that is taken from this. So 3 times 2.67509111 plus 11 is equal to, so using the answer button, I'm going to press answer times 3 plus 11. and then I'm going to cube root the answer to get 2.6958. And it makes sense that my answer is 2 point something, like 2.6, because we've already proved that it has to have a solution between 2 and 3. So 2.6, you could say, is your estimate. So let's just say approximately equal to 2.6696. So the main thing to remember is where you have xn, you want to use your previous answer. So here, for xn, I substituted my answer for x0. Here for xn, I substituted my answer for x1. Here for xn, I substitute my answer for x2.